Tourism remains a leading foreign exchange earner in the country. This is due to its many linkages to other sectors like agriculture, manufacturing, handicraft, banking and entertainment. Kenya has some of the most magnificent places in the world. "15 kilometers from Malindi on the Watamu-Malindi Road are the Gede Ruins. There are many theories as to why the ruins were deserted. One of them is the numerous dry wells that suggest the place was abandoned after they dried up. The other theories are the civil war, plague, and attacks from the Oma warriors.
Walipokuja mwambao wa pwani karne ya 17, Wareno walikuja na maradhi ambayo yanaitwa tauni. Kwa vile maradhi yalikuwa hayana tiba, watu hawa wa Gede wakaonelea ni heri wa uhame huu mji. Sababu nyingine ilisababishwa na kabila lingine la Waoromo. Ni watu wa kuhamahama. Walipofika Gede, mji wa Gede, walikuta kwamba kila walichonacho, kila walichokitamani Gede walikipata. Sababu ya kuishi vizuri na hawa watu waliokuwa wakiishi hapa, kukawa na vita baina yao na wakaaji wa hapa. Waliposhindwa nguvu wakaaji wenyewe, wakauhama na Waoromo wakauchukua huo mji.
Archaeologists say this Swahili settlement existed either at the end of the 13th century or the beginning of the 14th century and ended in the 17th century. The inhabitants were Muslims. The evidence is in the numerous mosques in the area. The Gede settlement had a palace, residential houses, and a security system with a strong wall surrounding the settlement. After its abandonment, the neighboring communities were afraid to enter the town because they believed the place was haunted.
Mji wenyewe waliuhama, Waswahili hawa waliuhama mji huu karne ya 17, na walipouhama huu mji, wakaaji karibu na huu mji walijiwa na fikra ya kwamba mji wenyewe una majini. Kwa hivyo waliuogopa huu mji, ndio maana miti yote ikaanza kumea, mengine katikati ya hizi manyumba.
That is when Mother Nature took over. Large baobab trees and other indigenous trees grew in the abandoned settlement, creating a large forest. It's most likely the inhabitants were wealthy. Numerous diverse ornaments from the ruins are preserved and displayed at the Gede Museum. Marafa is a few kilometers from Malindi, and it's where this magnificent landscape known as Hell's Kitchen is located. Many theories abound about its origins. Some say that Hell's Kitchen was formed after the swampy area became dry, a process which took place thousands of years ago. But the locals' myth is that it was an act of God to punish a wealthy family. He got so annoyed with them that he turned them into stones. It has a dramatic rocky landscape and picturesque features. A walk-through with an experienced guide is an amazing experience. Just off the Malindi-Lamu highway, next to the salt industries at Gongoni, lies a place known as Robinson Island. It is a picture of peace and tranquility, where man and nature work together for the benefit of one another. The only way to the island is through interconnecting canals that wind through a mangrove forest. The marine vegetation attracts migrating birds from Europe and vice versa. This is an international route for the birds. The communities here take conservation very seriously. The school's administration lays a lot of emphasis on proper use and preservation of the environment. Students are taken out on tree planting trips on the island, an exercise meant to impact on the children's way of life and their interaction with the environment.
Been planting with the community, the school, visitors, the banks, the Rotary, Rotaract, all the people we can gather around to come and plant mangrove with us. We have planted over 3 million mangroves so far.
Tall trees act like a giant cooler as they sway from side to side. They also protect the soil from the sun, while the mangrove trees are the island's defense against the salty ocean. The roots go deep into the earth, forming a web-like network that also creates breeding grounds for crabs and fish. The tree's leaves and strong branches protect the island from the strong monsoon winds. Its strong wood is one of the most sought after in the world. Because of its resistance to salt, it's used in the construction of boats and dhows. The mangrove tree is also used as building material in hotels and residential houses. It's an endangered tree and an important component of nature. Colorful sea creatures are visible when the tide is low. Some of them come out to enjoy the sun and to feed on the nutritional rich mangrove forest floor. The canals are also used as footpaths by the residents. The cottages are a mixture of modern and Swahili architecture with material from the waste products of the island. Lunch at the restaurant is mouth-watering. Delicious seafood served with rice is something to die for. The fresh seafood is served by waiters dressed in Swahili-themed uniforms. After lunch, you can either relax with friends, take a nap and let the musical sound of the sea waves take you to dreamland, or take a stroll on the beach and enjoy the sight of thousands of crabs. An evening on Robinson Island is an unforgettable experience. Sitting next to a bonfire, sipping your favorite drink, with the moon shining and the cool ocean wind blowing is simply awesome. Sunrise on the island is magical. The theatrical sight of the fishermen and the sun rising on the horizon is spectacular. It is a perfect scene of man and the sun in harmony. As the sun rises, outside the huts, activities get into high gear. Different types of birds descend on the water pots for a drink and grooming. The magnificent display of the birds is a splendid wake-up alarm. It is places like Robinson Island, Hell's Kitchen and the Gede Ruins that make Kenya an amazing tourist destination.